The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) has declared Honorable Bright Ngene of the Labour Party winner of the Enugu South Urban Constituency by-election. The by-election followed a prolonged legal and political battle. The seat has been vacant since the State Assembly Election Petition Tribunal nullified the March 18, 2023 elections result and ordered a rerun in 8 polling units with a total of 4,618 registered voters. The first attempt at the rerun on February 3, 2024 was botched amid disputes over alleged missing original result sheets. The second attempt on February 14, 2024 failed to hold after violence broke out, with both parties trading blames. The third attempt on June 8, 2024 was postponed indefinitely until the last failed attempt on August 16th. The election has effectively become a contest between Labour Party candidate Bright Ngene, who was sworn into the assembly in 2023 but is currently in prison over a community-related matter, and PDP candidate Sam Ngene, a former member of the House of Assembly. However, INEC has gone ahead to make a return in the poll with the initial casted ballots. The umpire, in a statement by Sam Olumekun, National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee on Tuesday, said, quote, 2 rerun elections by order of the Election Petition Appeal Tribunals were held in Enugu and Kano State. After previous disruptions of the elections in these 2 states by violence and thuggery, the elections have now been concluded. Declaration and return were made by the returning officers for the Enugu South 1 State Constituency of Enugu State. Ngene Bright Emeka of the Labour Party, LP, was declared winner, while Yau Garba Gwarmai of the All Progressives Congress, APC, won the elections in Gari Sanyawa State Constituency of Kano State. Okay, so this was the first time that an INEC attempted to conduct that particular election. This has been really a serious contest. It is now clear to everybody that the imprisonment of Bright Ngene apparently is politically motivated.
Context: the area under question is Enugu South Urban State Constituency, made up of 7 electoral wards, 1 in west, 1 in east, Achala out west, Achala out east, Okunano west, Okunano east, and Maryland. Now, in all these wards, they have a total of 185 polling units. 177 polling units, their election has been done, and they are domiciled in 6 wards. It is the one in west that is in contention, and the one in west straddles between Robinson Street Primary School, that is we're housing 5 polling units, and one secondary school that is we're housing 3 polling units, totaling 8 polling units. In this 8 polling units, you have 4,816 registered voters. Now, Bright Ngene of Labour Party was declared a winner in March 23, 2023. The winner of that particular election, having polled the highest number of votes, around 5,000 plus, against the PDP candidate that polled 2,000 plus. They had to go to court to challenge that particular election. The court ordered that there is going to be a rerun. The first rerun came up on February 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. Second rerun on February 14th. Now this is the 3rd rerun that held over the weekend. But you see, a by-election is a continuation of the original election. And all the parties that participated in the previous elections are duty bound to be present. I'm going to explain to you and the public why the Honorable Minister was there. He's a member of APC. He didn't just become Honorable Minister overnight. His party won a federal election, and they, in their wisdom, they decided to make him a minister from Enugu State. First and foremost, he's a party man before becoming a minister. And what you saw on Saturday was discharging his responsibility as a party man. He was a polling agent. I was a polling agent too. I was there in that arena. Live, monitored everything that happened. Now, we came there very early in the morning. Ordinarily, accreditation is supposed to start by 8 o'clock, statutorily. But there was no accreditation. And there were voters everywhere. It will interest you to know that the Honorable Commissioner of Police came there. They are not politicians, they don't understand it. You saw the level of ignorance he has displayed. Candidates don't run for election in Nigeria. When you don't read the Constitution, you see, you don't dabble into this business. I've severally repeated, I'm a politician. You read the Constitution, you read the Electoral Act. That is why the crafters of the Constitution don't place people's name on the ballot. The people that contest the election is the party. And he's talking about somebody that is in prison. Magistrate court convicted, sentenced him to 7 years. He has not exhausted his right of appeal. Don't you see it's a political ignorance on their part? They don't understand these things. There are two institutions involved here. Institution of INEC will dispense with what is responsible. I said in my opening, it is a continuation. They don't even understand what is a by-election. They thought it's a fresh election. It's a continuation of what was not concluded. That's why you are not repeating the whole election. That's why you are focusing on polling units. They need to be tutored. You see, any field of endeavor you see yourself in, try to be schooled. Don't you see the way they are messing everything up? They were not schooled. So it is Labour Party against PDP and every other party. By-election involves every party that we are accredited and registered by INEC. So rerun, that's why they call it a rerun election. Now, Bright Ngene might be somewhere, but he has proven capacity that those that are free cannot even do what a man that is in Gao can do. What does he show you? Referendum passed on a headless party called PDP, sprinting left, right, and center. He was not there. They cannot come. I was a polling agent. I came to excuse. As of 3:30, the INEC people addressed everybody that this election has been cancelled.
When you say headless party, I need us to be very, careful with our choice of words.
Yes.
What do you mean by
headless party? I'm very careful. We understand this. We know we are veterans. Headless party is a party that is neither to the left or to the right. A party that does not even have a clear-cut organogram that cannot relate with the center. Are you calling the party? The structure of political party in Nigeria says that it must be mainstream to the center. When the local is not linked to the center, what do you call such a party? Is it not headless? They fought Anyamutu Tane. He has gone in. They could not even read ordinary constitution of the Anyamu saga. I was laughing at them. I said, does it mean that these people cannot get this constitution and read and be properly guided? But that's a story for another day. Yeah. And I knew that it's going to end where it ended. Because in this game, in this business, we are thorough in it. That's why certain things happening to certain people. I say, why would this thing happen? And it's happening every day repeatedly. People don't sit down to read. Until you sit down to read, clause by clause, word by word,